Hello and welcome to the second episode of my Java development series. And today I'm going to show you how to set up a Java project in Eclipse, and we're going to create a simple Java program. If you followed my first tutorial, you should have Eclipse set up, and you also should have the Java development kit and the Java runtime installed. So we'll start off by creating a new project in Eclipse. So we go to File, New, New Java Project. Now in this menu we can name our Java project, and there are other settings here for the Java runtime and project layout, but this isn't necessary for you to understand yet. So we can just leave all these things out. We'll start by naming our projects. I'll name it tutorial. Tutorial 2. Okay, after you've named your project, you can go ahead and click finish. I don't know what's happened here. Okay, so now you'll notice that in your Package Explorer, our Tutorial 2 project has appeared. After you've created your project, we can go ahead and create a class. So here we've got our source folder, the src folder. You can right click on it, select new, and new Java class. Now here is a very important step in setting up a class in Java. The important thing is that the class has to begin with a capital letter. Now, while programming in Eclipse, if we create a class which starts with a small letter, then that doesn't make much difference because when we compile and run our program, then Eclipse will automatically capitalize that first letter of the class. But if we were programming if we were writing our program in Notepad and then compiling the program in the command line, then the Java compiler would not capitalize that first letter, and then we would get an error and our program would not compile. So as general practice, it is better to name your class and start it with a big letter, starting with a big letter. So I'll call my class Hello World. And again, here we've got other options for the superclass, interfaces, some methods which we want to create at the beginning. But you really don't have to understand all these things. In time, when you're learning Java, then you'll understand what all these things mean. But for now, it isn't necessary that you know what all these things are. And after you've named your class, you can go ahead and hit finish. So now you'll notice that Eclipse has automatically generated some code here, which is our class. So now, if we were to run our program right now, then it wouldn't compile. It would throw an expectation, and it would not run. That is because every Java program has to have a main method. Now, the main method is the first thing that gets called when you launch, when you run a Java program. It's the first method that gets called right after running your program. So without a main method, the program won't compile. So before we do anything else, we can go ahead and create our main method. Public static void main string args. Okay, so this is the main method. the main method always looks like this. It cannot look anything. It can't be anything different. The main method has to be public, has to be static, and it also has to be void, and it has to have one parameter. I'll just tell you what all this stuff means. So, public is a modifier, and it means that this main method is accessible in this whole class. Now, just to show you what this means, we'll go ahead and create another method, public void I'm public, and now just to show what I mean, that this I'm public method can be called in the main method because it's public, and that means that it's accessible in this whole class. Next, the main method is static. Static means static tells the compiler that there's only one instance of a main method in this program and in this class. Void means that this method the main method, does not return any value, because in case you didn't know, methods in Java can also return a value, a number, or some text. It can also it can return data types or objects. Next is the name of our method, which in this case is main. And then in these parentheses we've got string args, and yeah. So basically, this args and these square brackets means that this is an array, and the data type of this array is string. So that means that this array is basically stores text, because the string data type stores text in Java. I'm not going to cover arrays in this tutorial. In coming tutorials I'll cover that topic, so for now you can just get used to writing string args, and because that's part of the main method. This, and if you don't write this here in these parentheses, then basically the main method won't be the main method, and then you'll get an error saying that your Java program hasn't got a main method. So now, after creating the main method, if we wanted to run this program, then it would work fine. Just it wouldn't do anything. It'd be a bit boring, because straight after launching the program, the program would terminate, and it would just stop working. It would end. The program would end. So what we want to do, this program, which is our Hello World program, we want it to print out in the console some text, which is going to be Hello World. So we can go ahead and do that. We do system out print Hello World. Okay, so this is the print method, which has got one parameter, which is a string, which is a parameter of the string data type. You'll notice that strings in Java are put in these whatever they were called, and then the print method is in the system.out package, so you can just remember that. So now if we were to run this program, and that's what I'm going to do, in the console, which is down here, you should see it down here, then it will print out in the console hello world. Now to run our program, you go up to the run menu, and you can just click run, or use the keyboard shortcuts Control and F11. But you can also just launch the program by hitting this arrow up here. So I'm just going to run the program, and you'll notice that in the console it has actually printed out a hello world. So this is basically the most basic program you can create in Java, but this isn't everything I wanted to cover in this tutorial. I also want to show you another method for printing text in the console, and also want to show you the difference between those two methods. So there's another method which also is in the system.out package, and it's called print ln, which stands for print line. And this method does exactly the same. It also prints out in the console hello world. If we launch this program, you'll see that that's what happens. But if you are to change the print, back to the print method, and then if we are using the print method to print this text, and then we used the print method again, and we printed out again the same, then if we launch this program, we can see that both they're in exactly the same line. They're in the same line, and that's the difference between the print and the print line method. The print method always prints text in the same line, but if we were to use the print line method, then if we launch that program, you can see that these they're in two separate lines, one under each other, one under another. So that's the difference between the print method and the print line method. Okay, so let's just go over all this stuff again. Public just means that this method is accessible in the whole class. Static tells the compiler that there is only one instance of this method in the program. Void means that this method does not return a value. And then this is array of the string data type, which is called args, which stands for arguments. Okay, so thanks for watching my tutorial, and I hope this helped you, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in my next tutorial.